Hello everybody. So we've looked through our sensorial shelves. So we're moving along our classroom now past our new piece table, which is swirl by swirl as our theme. And we're starting on our numeracy activities. But before we get to our Montessori activities, it's always really important to have some earlier maths things for your children to explore as well. So in my classroom, I have things over on my games shelf. I've just lifted them off to show you. So you could have something like one-to-one association. So a tray like this with a little pot of beads, and the children realise they put one into each section, so learning the value of one. You could just have a themed tray. This one has dinosaurs on it, so children can take these off, sort them by type, line them up, count them, put them into groups, see which they have the most of, which they have the least of. So lots of early maths activities that are not in our folders because, you know, Montessori trusts us to do these earlier things, counting on our fingers, singing songs that have numbers in them. So lots of early exposure to numeracy and math skills. And then when we get to our maths, our child has some knowledge already. So I'm just going to go through the early activities with you. Number rods, which ideally are placed on your shelf, left to right, just in the same style as the red rods from our sensorial section. Now, if you don't have the shelf space to do that, then have this set, the red rods laying along the shelf, and have your number rods in one of the stands. Mine are actually a half size set. So this is only 5 centimetres, not 10. They work really well for my small classroom. So number rods, concrete understanding of quantity. We'll do the presentations when we do our training in September. Sandpaper numerals. So we've used our sandpaper boards over here. We've learnt that our fingers are in the right place. We can now feel our numbers. So remember, this is abstract. There isn't 2 of anything there. It represents 2. Then I have the little numerals here that I use with my number rods. So that's why they're there. Then we have loose quantities, the spindle box, everything loose in cards and counters. So now we have to know the sequence and we learn odd and even. And introduction to the short bead stair. So they're all of our first pieces used in this order. And from here now we can use the short bead stair. There's a few areas we can branch into. So we can go to golden beads, introduction tray, counting through here, because we understand counting through to 10. So we get to 9, one more then, and we get to 10. Again, I'll show you how to use these in my course. We understand up to 10 now really thoroughly, so we can move on, and we've learned how to use the short bead stair. So Sagan board A, which is your board with the 10s written on it. So learning our teen numbers. And we can also start using our short bead stair and doing things like an introduction to addition with the snake game. So they are your earliest maths activities. So remember, new term coming up, have a range of early activities, checking your children have got some of these skills. They understand the value of 1, 2. They can use their fingers for counting. Fingers are a great resource. Then we'll move on and go through the sequence. No cheating and starting with spindle box because it's easier to get out. Each of these has a purpose. It has lots of skills the child learns from it, and they really need this information, and they need to work through in sequence to make sure they have all of the skills required for the latest activities. So have a lovely Monday. If you're in Australia, I think you might just be finishing your Monday. If you're in America, you may even not have woken up to your Monday yet. But wherever you are in the world, have a lovely day. I'm on a grandma day today. Aria is here and she's doing painting. Do you say good morning, Aria? So Aria loves the classroom. First thing she's come into this morning. They've just arrived. So she's doing artwork and Freddie is doing his work in the house. So we have Roman and Rachel arriving later as well. So a lovely Cousins Day. So we will see you all very soon. Thank you for joining me this morning. Bye-bye.